Thank goodness it's here. Let's see the result.
Ah, you're here. You are practiced in physical activities, correct? Running, climbing, digging, builder things. I wish to improve my operational efficacy with the mobile suit. However, physical coordination has always been my weak spot. PE was an elective in the Vega 5 school system, so I opted for physics instead. Anyway, do you have any suggestions for me? How does one work out? I understand the repetitive repetition of action, but I'm at a loss regarding optimal efficiency activities. It sounds interesting. A common sport for all ages, and a non-competitive nature allows for easily controlled experiments and study. It seems dancing has a strong positive influence on physical coordination, and physical coordination is one of the preconditions for operating the mobile suit. Now that I think about it, Vivi dances regularly. Does that mean Vivi can pilot the mobile suit? Please don't misunderstand me. I'm just trying to understand the causal relationship between dancing and piloting. Perhaps you can show me how to dance. If you can prove its efficacy, I would much appreciate it. Understood. I will look for another option.
The taste is wonderful. I feel brain caffeinated, concentration maxed out, work engaged. Now, where was I? Satellite analysis. It's like calculating elliptical movements using integrals. Cancel out this, introduce auxiliary variables, then plug it into this formula. So the integral constant here is also the time where it passes peristron. The vector expression of the spacecraft is the same as the elliptical trajectory. That is to say... you must be fascinated too. How selfish of me to keep all this beautiful science to myself. Come, take a look. I understand. You wish to observe my work, correct? Good, good. Learning through thorough analysis and practice is always efficient. This equation represents the reflectivity of the craft. This is to understand the necessary pressure resistance, and here's the atmospheric density inside the craft. But of course, I don't have to tell you that. Now, I'm sure you know that when shielded by the Earth, the sun's radiation does not affect the craft, or at least is largely reduced. But unshielded, the temperature rises astronomically. But for now, we should put this aside. It wouldn't dramatically affect the trajectory. I can't seem to find my journal. Forget it, I'll start another one. But my research, the acceleration caused by solar wind, surface to mass ratio... My journal! Where did you find it? So much of my research is now returned. Thank you. I highly appreciate it. See you later. Perhaps you could reconsider teaching me how to dance? For science.
I would recommend we begin with the observational stage. If you're able to adequately demonstrate, then we may begin lessons. Interesting. You are probably classified as a good dancer. Preliminary analysis is complete. I believe I'm ready to try. But this is not an ideal location for dancing. Shy? No. I just wouldn't want our research to be disrupted.
enforcement is everyone's responsibility. Cut trees without permission.
Hey. Yeah. Yay. What? Was there an electrical leakage? Don't you feel it? Or maybe it's exercise fatigue? My neck, chest, calves all feel pretty sore. Why don't we just call it a day? Thanks for teaching me how to dance. This is truly an unexpected workout method.
How are you? I take it you got our letter? My, that Burgess. That child went around to everyone in town to check up on their wellness. He has such a big heart. The results he came back with, I must say, were rather shocking. 80% of those who took the survey reported that they were at least suffering some form of anxiety. Some from the gigglers, some from the state of things. So I got together with our resident expert in fun, Katori here, and, well, Katori, why don't you tell our fine builder friend here what we came up with?
It's my pleasure, Minister. I must thank you again for getting the church to support this project. See now, way I see it, the only cure to these psychological drudgery type have you do, how do you do's is one word: entertainment. Seeing as Gecko Station has recently become unoccupied, we now have the opportunity to turn a negative into a positive. I present to you sand sledding. But we won't call it that, no, too simple. We'll call it sand running. Sounds sleek and sophisticated, something the youth can identify with. Our tourism profits will quintuple overnight, and the mental health crisis, I assume, will also be resolved.
This is where you come in, builder. We need you to help us build up some of the things involved in creating such an attraction.
I've already explained our needs to Mianne. She'll be making the sand sleds. I need you to help us make the sign-in table. Here is the diagram. I drew it up myself. When you're done, please install north of the old Giegler building.
How lovely! I love it when a plan comes together. Looking forward to seeing what the two of you come up with.
I try to catch talks at business conventions in Atara when I can. Last one I saw was about a fella who invented the concept of a shared bathroom in apartments, cutting costs on necessities. It's genius! Howdy. So long, partner.
lot of people have looked down on me because of where I'm from, or put me aside as just another pretty face. But not you. You always believed in me. I'm lucky to have someone like you in my life. I'll follow your lead. I've just come out for the company. I always enjoy reflecting here by the water. Care to join me? Thank you. To those who say I can be hard to approach, I say, you all know where my shop is. My brother has always been a very playful fellow, mischievous even. I believe it is his innate cleverness that gets him into trouble. If only we'd had better schools in Barnarock where he might have been able to focus that energy. Well, it was an easy choice. To get into art, it's the only thing I ever had much passion for growing up. Kind of you to say, though I prefer to express my inner beauty. Thanks. I found this time to be meaningful. Thank you. You know how to treat a lady.
party. I had another dream about Yakmel. I dreamt that I was a Yakmel myself. Or maybe the Yakmel's dreaming that it's me? Ow! I think something in my brain just broke. Take her easy.
Guess what? I finally crossbred sand rice with wheat, just like Zeke does. Pretty fun. It's a little bit like building. If you get creative, you can make all sorts of cool stuff. See ya!
Ah, there you are. Give me your hand. It's just a test. Do not be afraid. It moved. Yes, I felt it. This feeling deep inside me. Every time we touch. Perhaps I should explain. When we danced the other day, I felt something deep inside me. A type of shock? Sudden and strong. Hence, I built this thermoelectronotron. It can measure a body's electronic impulse fluctuations. I've been checking for any irregularities over the last few days. My love of science has not increased lately, and I have not had any complications before. I would expect that I would have increased impulses in a research center were that the case. I need to do more tests. I will report back with conclusive results tomorrow. You wish to come with me? Perhaps that would be helpful. It would provide sufficient natural conditions for study. First, we go to the clinic. We need to check for bodily abnormalities.
healthy.
Impossible. But the electrical charges... This happened when I was with a friend.
Ooh, lovebird.
No, a human friend, actually.
Ill?
Ooh, juicy.
Who is it?
Who is it, honey?
I'm getting arrhythmia. I need to go outside. Seems we're finished at the clinic. I have another hypothesis. No, it's statistically unlikely. I believe there to be a 0.2% probability of you being the cause, an outlier. I'm a researcher. I deal with truth, not wishes. I shouldn't jump to conclusions like this. I'll do some further analysis and get back to you tomorrow.
Hey there. It suddenly occurred to me that I haven't replied to my teacher back at the university yet. He wrote to me recently and assigned me some new homework. I'm really interested in looking at... Wait, are you also interested in archaeology? See ya!
Hey there! Fancy seeing you here. Hey, come check out this view. It's only right here that you can see both valleys of the canyon. But if I'm being honest, I really just came here to admire our handiwork from a different angle. You know, when I said my master Verna would be proud, actually, I'm not so sure about that. She's more into deconstructivist architecture. Oh, sorry, that's... Yeah! Deconstructivism is a design thing. You deconstruct all the rules that you're supposed to follow, then actively set out not to follow those rules. Verna's probably one of the first architects since the Old World that uses this style. And I was pretty good at it too. It's just that this bridge doesn't really need the extra bells and whistles. Know what I mean? Here's one for you. Verna used to ask us this as new apprentices. Would you rather build something really beautiful or really useful? Exactly, yes. The world being the way it is, that's what we have to be doing. Making the free cities a better place for those who need it with useful constructions. Anyone can make something that gets the job done, she'd say. All of you are here to turn your plain ponderings of purposeless pavement piles into things of divine beauty. And though I do and always will appreciate a good alliteration, that ended up not being the path for me. Now don't get me wrong, I love superfluous geometric patterns on my buildings as much as the next gal. It's just, I couldn't stay in Atara working on vanity projects, knowing that the people I care about were here hurting. So after I finished my apprenticeship, I packed my bags, tossed all my job offers in the trash can, and bought a one-way ticket back to Sandrock. My master, she's a piece of work. You know the last thing she said to me? She showed up at the train station with one of those weird little pigs of hers tucked under her arm, just to squeak out one last, "You're wasting your talent." But when I see this bridge we built, this plain old run-of-the-mill, just doing its job and nothing else, very non-deconstructivist bridge, I know in my heart that I did the right thing in coming back home. We saved Sandrock, you know? This won't be our last fight, but very well could have been. It's good having you on the team. I hope you'll stay here. At least till we can turn things around for this town. Well, shucks. I didn't mean to tell you my whole life story. You probably got places to be, huh? I'll probably stick around and soak in the view a bit longer. Well, I've rested long enough. About time I headed back. That was fun. We should hang out more. Later. Hey, I like what you've been doing with the decorations over at your place. Of course I notice these things. I'm an architect for one, and your best pal for two. See ya.
All right. This looks great. You're legit, builder. And you're gonna love what we do at the Sandrunner Extravel Plaza. I guarantee it. I'll be in my museum devising plans. I'll make sure this is the best dang attraction this town has ever seen. Check your mailbox. I don't want you missing the opening ceremony.
Did someone come in? Oh, I can see through the cracks a bit. You come to join me? One-person closet, I'm afraid. You can hang out as long as you want. I'll probably be in here a while, though. Air's nice this time of year. Oh, yeah. They're still wondering about those letters, huh? Heard about that. Yeah. Well, it sure is hard to catch criminals. As you know, actually, I looked it up. Not writing your name on a letter isn't a crime. That's why I didn't get back to you. Gosh, all the evidence is pointing straight to, yeah, it does seem like I'm the lead suspect in this case. I mean, it's probably me, but what if it's not? Dang, it's hard to think inside this closet. Well, if it really is me, I'd want to be the first to know. Say, you're the best investigator we have on the force. Maybe you can solve this case. As it so happens, we are exactly where we need to be for that to happen. My house. I'll bet you could build a criminal profile on me based on my stuff. Why don't you take a look around? You might even find the secret letter I was going to give you. But don't get your hopes up too high. I hid it pretty good. Just head over to the jukebox and turn on the investigation music when you're ready. I do it myself, but, you know, closet. Nice. Can't have an investigation without the investigation music. Describe to me what you see, and I'll try to help out your investigation. Ah, one of my finest rock stacks. Note how each layer is perfectly balanced, and yet each rock supporting them is a different size and consistency. I like to think that this sculpture represents the idea that, no matter who you are, we all have a place where we can fit in and hold each other up, ideally surrounded by cool rocks. How could anyone with such a wholesome rock stack be responsible for something like nameless letter writing? Yeah, maybe it's a no-good lead. Darn, really thought we had something there. All I know how to cook is yellow soup and lemons. It ain't much, but it gets me through the day. Yeah, you just take 2 parts yellow, 4 red dots, and, I don't think I know how to share recipes. You should ask Owen or Mabel about them. A bunch of exercise equipment. If the perpetrator has been lifting weights like this, they'd be too strong to write. They'd smash the pencil in their grip, or rip right through the paper when they tried to write. Not looking good for our investigation. Well, yeah, you might be right. Probably not really either of us to say, though. Better keep looking. That's Wilson. He's sleeping. Better not wake him up. Well, I guess if it's for the sake of the investigation, up to you. Looks like he's not talking, which makes sense. Wilson ain't no snitch. Couple boxes of rocks. Nothing to see here. Right. One of my quieter works. The little one on top I balanced there with a tweezer. The delicate serenity of it all makes me less worried when I ask it to do dishes, and it never does. Oh, these? Justice gave me these. He wants me to eat more meat for protein, but I'm more of a yellow soup and lemons guy. Oh, no, I'll give them away, or eat them. I haven't decided yet, but, you know, sky's the limit. Are we getting off track? Maybe we should get back to looking for clues. Well, looks like we didn't find anything. Guess I'm not the one who sent those letters after all. That's a shame. I was really rooting for you to catch me, if it was me, which is still up for debate. Whew, do you mind turning on that fan? Sweating bullets here inside this closet. Well, did you read the part where I signed my name? Wow, I never thought I'd be able to find the bravery to ask you. And I was right. It took a series of weird coincidences to make this happen. Yes, I would really love that. A relationship. I didn't even think I knew the meaning of the word before I met you, and after I looked it up in the dictionary. Is this fate? Okay. Well, this has been a day. Can't believe I acted like a total idiot for no reason. That is so not me. Oh, I know this has been like the biggest day ever for us, but I think I have to go get back on patrol. I wasn't sure this day would ever come, but also, I kept this on my person at all times just in case it did. Here. Yeah, exactly. But it's more like a cartoon heart. Doesn't really look like a real heart. A rock that looked like a real human heart would be pretty weird to give to someone. Okay, better go. Yeah. Okay, see ya.
Heidi, let me the mobile suit for a few days. I need it for research.
And what research is this specifically?
Specifically, 1. Analyze the operative efficiency of the mobile suit over various terrains. 2. Analyze the feedback efficiency of the suit while testing specific control inputs. 3. Synthesize these and other data in order to improve pilotability of the suit.
Alright, I walked into that one. That's on me. So what you're saying is, you want to learn to drive it better.
Framing my research with such terminology diminishes the prestige somewhat. But yes, one could say that.
Well, Doc, I know you love that thing, but let's not forget what happened at the ribbon-cutting ceremony. You crashed the suit. That was a whole lot of hurt.
The injuries I sustained from said accident were minor and have since healed. You needn't concern yourself with...
I wasn't talking about you. The suit. Thing's all banged up now. Won't even...
I see. Was this inoperative status in the mobile suit caused by my actions?
Well, to be fair, just us using it on the bridge is where most of the wear and tear came from. I mean, it looks like the front armor is damaged, and the ancillary engine is broken. On top of that, several hydraulic-powered joints are beyond stressed. I'd say it needs an overhaul to say the least. Tell you what, the city's got no plans to use the suit anytime soon. Fix her up, keep her in tip-top shape, and you can go on your little joyride. Sorry, do all the research you want. What do you think about that?
I accept. Although I will, however, need a whole host of rather complex materials to make the repairs. And to say that the Civil Corps could handle such a task would be a rather dubious claim.
Well, look who it is. When it comes to mats, why not ask our friendly neighborhood builder here to help us out? Quick, reliable, and a deft hand. There's no one better for the job. That is, if you want to do it.
Yes. The builder has proven their ability to acquire specific materials in the past. Indeed, they will be quite suited for such a task. One moment, please. Here is the list of the materials needed to repair the mobile suit based on Heidi's conclusions. I believe you will find the list comprehensive and easy to understand. Excellent. Please check the list carefully. If you're thinking of emulating Civil Corps habit of misreading an indexed item and recovering an incorrect material, instead,
Do not do that. I moved the mobile suit to my research center for its own protection. Please take care of it after you've found all of the required materials.
Heidi and Pablo are often at each other's throats at the tea parties. As jarring as it can be, there's really nothing to worry about. They're always back to being best friends soon enough. I'll follow your lead. I've just come out for the company. Noisy as they are, the spectacle keeps me returning for more. Shall we light some fireworks? Let's see some fireworks. Come draw this with me. us in both our respective professions, sand painting is a chance for our imaginations and creativity to shine, and at times, run wild. I've quite enjoyed this. Thank you. Yes, well, it was nice getting some fresh air. So long.
Good. It seems you followed my instructions to not make any mistakes. These materials will do. Good. It was no small task, but it's done. I almost hate to put the suit back into the field, as impeccable as it looks now. But alas, bound to the pursuit of knowledge, I must. Presently, your assistance is no longer required. The subsequent tasks to be completed require knowledge far beyond your area of expertise. Goodbye.
Oh hey, you're diving today too, huh? Hey, check this out! A mysterious black box. It doesn't have a latch or anything, and I can't break it open either. Believe me, I tried. I have to know what's inside. It's driving me crazy! The box must be holding something inside. What do you think I should do? Sure, Director Chi knows all kinds of stuff. Maybe he's even encountered one of these things before. I'll stop by the research center tomorrow around 6 p.m. You should join me if you have time. Well, I've got enough ores for today, I reckon. Be seeing you. Sometimes I'm chatting with Elsie, and after ages, we'll slowly realize we're actually talking about two completely different things. She thinks it's funny, but I get a little embarrassed. Catch you later.
I miss you, baby. Talk to me. Talk to me.
Good. You're up. I'm also up. I like daytime because that's when the sun is out. It makes it much easier to see everything. Hey, I have an idea for something that will be really fun. Well, unless we get attacked by monsters or something along the way. But if that doesn't happen, should be good. Can you meet me tomorrow at 8 p.m.? Great. Bring that rock with you too. The one I gave you that looks like a cartoon heart, but not a real heart, because that would be weird. Don't forget, tomorrow at 8 p.m. I'll have everything ready.
Ah, here you are. I need to inform you of my conclusions. After careful analysis, it seems that, in fact... Hear me out. I did not jump to any conclusions. Quite the contrary. In fact, wait. Did you say that you feel the same? That's fantastic. Seems that my calculations are correct after all. Let me tell you how I was able to prove that statement. I made 4 hypotheses after I got shocked. First hypothesis was electrical leakage at the research center. This was proven to be false through my detector. What I did first was to turn my thermal electronitron to 100 volts and test all possible nodes at the center. Then I changed it to 1000 volts and tried again. The second hypothesis was that the shock was caused by a condition in my heart. However, I should have been getting stronger lately due to my training for the mobile suit. My heart rate did not deviate from my regular 120 beats per minute, average for someone with a caffeine consumption as high as mine. Besides, the doctor's diagnosis also said that I was healthy, thus the second hypothesis was false. The third hypothesis was that the shock came from static electricity due to physical contact. My investigation of static shock at Vivi's showed me that the shock I experienced was completely different, which means the truth should be my fourth hypothesis. That is, it's a reaction caused by my proximity with the one I like. Another piece of information I received was the statement from you that you... Yes, of course. I remember the thrill I had when I was able to complete a research essay in a single day on the dynamics of a two-body problem. But that amount of excitement is only a fraction of how I feel right now.
Hello! Wow, thank you so much! See ya!
Bye-bye!
What's better than enjoying a piece of art? Enjoying it with your best friend? Ah, I just wish someone would set up a gallery here sometime. I'll follow your lead. I've just come out for the company. Hitting these poor little moles does seem rather cruel, but I suppose it is just pretend. You've won! An expected result. Though I admit, this was rather more fun than I imagined. Yes, well, it was nice getting some fresh air. So long. What's better than enjoying a piece of art? See ya.
we got started without you. Hope you don't mind. So, yeah, like I was saying, I've tried everything. Drilling, heat, dropping it off the crane lift.
Yes. I don't suppose you have a steel ball on you, do you?
Oh, sure, but... What the... we...
Here's your bar back.
Thank you, Director. Whoa, look at all this old stuff. And there's a letter. I hope you're reading this under the light of the sun again and not still from the darkness. It's been 60 years since that event, which some people are starting to call the Day of Calamity. I hope this capsule can travel through time and show that whatever happened, there was some warmth in these dark times. Wishing you luck and a bright sun, Hicks. My Peach! It's a time capsule from the Age of Darkness! From right around the time of the first Builder Victor! What are the odds of us finding this? Wow, and everything here is preserved perfectly! What do you want to look at?
Unfortunate. Based on the approximate age of the box, I was hoping we'd find something undiscovered. These are all objects of interest, but I'm afraid none are particularly unique.
This letter has a bunch of stuff about gangs and hurting people. Director, was the Age of Darkness really that bad?
Ah, I hadn't realized you had failed your history classes. How surprising. Allow me to enlighten you. Yes. In fact, this letter is rather tame in its descriptions. In the first 50 years after the Day of Calamity, the surviving population were lucky to locate even one proper meal per day, resulting in desperate panic and constant tribe-like warfare over resources. In combination with the poor nutrition, poor hygiene, and lack of sunlight, which led to various physical ailments and illnesses, the result was the lowest average life expectancy in human history. All in all, the era is quite suboptimal for research, and I, for one, am rather glad to exist currently.
Gosh, that sounds so horrible! But at the same time, it really is amazing there were people back then like Hicks here who never lost hope. Can you imagine? If it wasn't for heroes like Hicks and Peach, we might still be underground and worrying about where our next meal might come from. Director...
Social history is not exactly an interest of mine. I suggest if you have more questions, you do your own research or someone who cares.
Sure, Director. Thanks for all your help. Wow, what a find! I knew a bit about the Age of Darkness, but this is my first time getting such a hands-on experience with history. We need to try hard to carry on the legacy of these people from the past. That gives me an idea. Say, why don't we make our own time capsule? It could be our chance to contribute our knowledge and experiences to the people of the future. Director, could you draw us out a...
No.
Fine. I mean, it's just a box. How hard could it be to come up with a design? Why don't you let me figure out what it's made of, and I'll send you a diagram as soon as possible. I knew you'd be into it. While you're working on it, I'll gather up some historical stuff we can put in there. Maybe we can provide the people of the future with something more substantial than our old pal Hicks. Anyway, once you're done, bring the box to me. Then we'll go bury it. Oh, and let's each also bring one personal item that we want to send in the future. Make sure it's something that doesn't expire. Okay, it's a plan. Catch up with you soon.